David was not just any man. He was Israel's greatest king, a hero, a warrior, a man after God's own heart, the same David who defeated Goliath, the same David who wrote beautiful psalms of worship. And yet, this same man would make a decision that would lead to betrayal, lies, and death. Today, we'll walk through this powerful story from 2 Samuel chapter 11, step by step, in a way that's easy to understand. This story isn't just about David. It's about temptation. It's about misuse of power. And it's about how even good people can fall when they stop watching their hearts. The story begins in the springtime. This was the season when kings normally went out to war. David's army had gone to battle against the Ammonites. His trusted general, Joab, was leading the troops. The soldiers were risking their lives on the battlefield. But David stayed behind in Jerusalem. That decision alone is important. Instead of being where he should have been, leading his people, David chose comfort. One evening, David got up from his bed and walked around on the roof of his palace. From his high position, he looked out over the city. And that's when he saw her, a woman bathing. The Bible tells us she was very beautiful. Her name was Bathsheba. Now, David had a choice in that moment. He could have looked away. He could have turned around. He could have remembered who he was and who God had called him to be. But he didn't. Instead, he sent someone to find out who she was. The servant came back and said, "She is Bathsheba,
Your Majesty, the
daughter
woman is
of Eliam."
Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite.
And the wife of Uriah the Hittite. That detail matters. She wasn't just a random woman. She was someone's wife. Uriah was one of David's own soldiers, a loyal warrior, a man currently fighting for David on the battlefield. David knew this, and yet he sent messengers to bring her to the palace. Bathsheba came. David slept with her, and afterward she returned home. At first, it might have seemed like a hidden sin, a private mistake, something no one would ever find out. But sin has a way of refusing to stay hidden. Not long after, Bathsheba sent word to David.
You must deliver this to the king
She was
at
pregnant.
once. Do not delay. Go quickly through the lower gate.
She was pregnant. Now David was in trouble. He was the king, a respected leader, a man known for loving God. And now he had committed adultery. Instead of confessing his sin, instead of taking responsibility, David tried to cover it up. He sent for Uriah to come back from the battlefield. When Uriah arrived, David asked him how the war was going and how the soldiers were doing. Then David said, "Go down to your house and wash your feet." In other words, go home. Relax. Spend time with your wife. David's plan was simple. If Uriah went home and slept with Bathsheba, everyone would assume the baby was his. Problem solved. But Uriah didn't go home. Instead, he slept at the entrance of the palace with the king's servants. When David found out, he asked, "Why didn't you go home?" Uriah answered, "The ark, Israel, and Judah are staying in tents. My fellow soldiers are camping in open fields. How could I go home to eat, drink, and sleep with my wife? I will not do such a thing." Uriah showed honor, loyalty, self-control, while David, the king, had done the opposite. David tried again. He invited Uriah to dinner and got him drunk, hoping that would loosen his
You
judgment.
refuse to go home. Are you not weary from the battle?
But even then, Uriah still didn't go home. David's cover-up had failed, and now his sin was about to grow darker. When David realized he couldn't hide his sin, he decided to erase the problem. He wrote a letter to Joab, the commander of the army, and he sent that letter with Uriah himself.
Uriah, I appreciate your service. There have been developments at the front. I need you to deliver these sealed orders to General Joab without delay.
Uriah carried his own death sentence without knowing it. The letter said, "Put Uriah at the front of the fiercest fighting, then withdraw from him so he will be struck down and die." Joab followed the king's orders. Uriah was placed in the most dangerous part of the battle. The soldiers pulled back. Uriah was killed. Other men died too. When news reached David, he pretended to be unconcerned. He told Joab, "Don't let this upset you. The sword devours one as well as another." After Bathsheba heard her husband was dead, she mourned. When her time of mourning was over, David brought her to his palace.
I find no joy in sunsets anymore.
But Bathsheba, we must celebrate this new
She
season.
became his wife. She gave birth to a son. To the outside world, it probably looked like a tragic love story. A widow taken in by a kind king. A royal marriage. A new child. But the Bible ends this chapter with a chilling sentence. But the thing David had done displeased the Lord. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring Bible stories. Hit the like button if you found this story convicting. And turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video.